All right, hockey fans, hello. Before we get into it, wanted to make sure that we are aware this final preliminary game has great implications for who plays in the championship game. Watertown is already in there with 9.5 points. Whether or not they are the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed depends greatly upon this game. Bethlehem has 9 points, South Stormont 4.5. There are 5 points available for the game. 1 point for each period, 2 points for the game. So, I don't know. If South Stormont wins all 5 points, they will be with 9.5 points, tied with Watertown, Bethlehem at 9. And that would put South Stormont in second place because Watertown won the head-to-head. However, if they're not able to get to 9.5 points, then Bethlehem will be the winner. So, it's doable. It's possible. This is what we like about tournament hockey. Anything is possible right up until the very last moment. So, let's see what goes on in this game, shall we? We are running just a couple of minutes behind schedule here. As soon as warm-ups are done, we will begin my announcement stuff anyway. Welcome back, hockey fans, to the final day. The final game of the preliminary round. After this, it becomes the championship run. We'll find out who's going to play in what games. In this competition, we have the visiting team wearing their road blacks, led by head coach Tony Healy Jr., the Bethlehem Eagles, versus the home team in the white sweaters, led by head coach Michel Saint-Onge, the South Stormont Selects. This one's going to be a good one, so let's play some hockey! God, I cut out the sound system again. I tried not to, but I did. And it's back. For them. For us, we're okay. So, like I was saying, Mesdames et messieurs, bonjour. Aujourd'hui, nous jouons l'hockey. Puck comes out into the middle. Played on by South Stormont, taking it back behind their net. Passed up, flicked out over for Craig. James sends that up through the neutral zone. Craig trying to push that forward. Not able to do so. Gets turned back by Bethlehem. Bethlehem coming back into the zone. Dumped in back behind the net on the far side. Grabbed by, I can't see his number. Now back behind on the near side. I can't see his number either. However, Caden Burke takes that puck into the corner for the Selects. Burke guarding that puck against the boards, drops it out for Neville. Neville sends it up. It gets caught in the middle, though. Shot fired high by Finbar Maloney, I think. Or is that 26? Soren Jensen. Well, those numbers are tough to read for me. Not good getting old. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. James Craig going wide left. Centering pass attempt. It gets tipped. It goes high. Comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Ouderkirk grabs it, forwards, fires it all the way across to the far side. Gets touched by Maloney. Finbar sends it up. Chased down by Eamon McLean. McLean trying to go, and Sean Lalonde grabs that puck and takes it away. Recovering, though, Stellan Calnero Jackson taking that puck around back behind the net. Puck comes up towards the point. Grabbed there by Alexandre Bazinet. Blondin moving forward. Sends that puck in deep. Stellan grabs it, goes back behind his net to the far corner. Met over there by Wagensveld. Wagensveld sends it towards the middle, blocked by Bethlehem. Bethlehem coming back with that puck now. This is Isaac Calden. Calden in front of the blue line, fires it. Hits the body of whatever defender was right in front of him. He recovers, takes that puck, sends it back behind the net along the boards. Fired in from the hash mark, blocked out in front by somebody. I didn't see who. Anyway, Bethlehem curling around with that puck in the slot. Gets taken away. Picking that puck up is Caden Burke. Burke coming out over the blue line into the neutral zone. Burke, it's not Burke. It's Caden Outerkirk. Outerkirk sends that into the zone. Immediately returned back out by Bethlehem. Shovel forward by McLean. He wanted to pass it to Calden, and Calden's like, dude, you can't pass it to me. Dump it in. We got to go off for a change. So dumped in it goes. Change occurs, and coming out with that now is Mitchell Cartwright. Fires that. Gets touched by Archambault. Goes into the middle. Backhanded out in the middle. Shot. Save. Thomas Pilon. Battle for it at the corner. Grabbed by Brendan Sweeney. He backhands it back behind the net. Coming over, Bethlehem, curling around at the circle. Centering pass goes over to the far side. I think that's Sweeney over there. Sends that up, and it's blocked by the selects. Held in, though, by McKinney. McKinney fires it to the corner. Puck comes out into the slot. Grabbed by Noah Waldorf. Waldruf sends it up, and St. Ange helps fire it through the neutral zone. Pass up goes into the zone, grabbed by Bethlehem. They flick that puck forward. Ryan Kiyonaga with it. Kiyonaga skating in after it. Squeezed off that puck by Neville. Neville fires that puck across. Held at the center point by Cartwright. No, it's not. He missed it. It comes through. Chasing after it, Cartwright. All the way down at his end of the ice. Puck froze back behind the net by Supernal. I think. Pretty sure. On the near side, puck comes up out into the neutral zone. McNamara with it. Puck gets swept away by Burke, but it goes right over to Maloney. Finbar fires that in, goes back behind the net. Battle for it in the corner. Puck comes up halfway along the boards. Held at the blue line by Losavio. Losavio tried sending it in, gets turned back by Craig. Craig tried to get it out of the zone, not able to do so. Craig gives it to his teammate, Caden Burke. Burks crisscrosses to the far corner, out into the neutral zone. That puck is pushed back in and sent right back out by Bazinet. In their own zone, Losavio playing with that puck with Finley McLean. McLean sends it up, comes across the neutral zone. St. Ange comes in and puts a shoulder on Losavio to try to gain possession of the puck, and possession he's got. Sends that puck through Losavio's leg. Craig at the circle. Centering pass goes all the way across. There's nobody there. Going over to pick it up is Soren Jensen. Jensen tried clearing out, gets turned back in, comes right to Losavio. Losavio sends it over to the side. Losavio curling around, fires that puck up to the point, and it squeaks past Sean Lalonde. Lalonde grabs that puck, sends it over to Outerkirk. Outerkirk up to Craig. Craig turns over the blue line. Puck is stuck there. Now it moves forward. Craig backhands it towards the slot and swept aside by Mason Supernant. It's Mason. He's not a house. Shot by Craig. Glove save. Bethlehem goalie. Supernant. There it is, Mason. So there's a face-off. Puck pushed to the corner. Backhanded around by Calden, I believe, in the far corner. Battle for it. Isaac St. Ange. Still going back and forth. Bethlehem coming out with that puck. Pass into the middle to Stellan. Stellan touches it over a little bit further for Isaac Calden. Calden up against the boards. Coming back to grab it. Bazinet. Sends it towards the middle, gets stolen by Stellan, held at the blue line by Ian Calden. Calden going in, or get that puck up to Stellan. Stellan going into the corner, pushes a player down. Looked like he almost lifted him up off the ice. That's a strong boy. Centering pass made to Isaac Calden. Calden can't get the shot off. Gets stick checked. Bazinet trying to get that puck out. Bazinet drops down on the puck. Outerkirk comes over, gets that puck out of the zone, taking it across the blue line. Healy sends it in, and that's an offsides. 6:20 remaining in this first opening period. Neutral zone face-off between Brody Neville and Rowan Chamberlain. Puck gets drawn back. Lucas McKinney with it. McKinney crosses over the line, dumps that puck in, gets chased down, picked up by Mondeux. Mondeux to the near corner, tried getting up to Bazinet, not able to do so. Mondeux taking himself along the boards, sends it up, held at the blue line by Mitchell Cartwright. Cartwright fires it all the way over to the opposite corner. Battle for that puck. Caden Burke sends a player down. Burke goes down himself. Puck comes to, don't know who. Neville. Tried clearing it, held at the blue line by Chamberlain. Chamberlain sends it in, grabbed over the red line by Burke. Burke loses it, snapped back by Bethlehem. Partway up, everybody's looking at that puck. Coming over to get it was Chamberlain. Now coming away with that puck, though, is Alexandre Bazinet. Bazinet sends it. It's going to go on net. Swept aside by Supernaut. Goes halfway up. Grabbed by Kiyonaga. Kiyonaga gets it up out into the neutral zone and is pushed along to Sweeney. Sweeney fires it. I think it was going wide, but Pilon shoveled it over to the corner. Puck's loose on the far side. Crossing pass attempted. Hit a body on the ground. Now came back and they had to swept away. Sweeney not able to hold it in. Coming out with that puck is McKinney. McKinney passes over to Mitchell Cartwright. Cartwright dumps it in deep. Goes around back behind the net on the far side to Sweeney. Sweeney taking it forward and behind. Passed out in front. Gets knocked away by Burke. Comes right back. Not Burke. Is it? It is Burke. Burke, with all the time in the world, sends that over. It gets tipped in the air by Maloney, I believe. Puck comes around behind the Bethlehem net. Out in front. Oh, and Blondin couldn't get the backhand off. Sticking out his stick was Lo Savio to block that open goal shot. On the far side, Sean Lalonde, not able to hold that puck in, gets sent out. It's going to go down. Chasing after it is Outerkirk. Caden gets to it, takes it behind his net. Stops short. Lets Maloney decide which way he's going to go. Outerkirk passes up on the near side to Craig. Craig touches it forward. Puck gets turned back by Lo Savio. Goes all the way down and around into the far corner. Lalonde going after it, reaching back to help out Waldruff. Waldruff gets that puck, flicks it forward to Craig. Craig loses it at center ice, never really received that pass. McLean picks it up. McLean lost it, recovers, fires that puck in deep, goes off the boards, comes straight out from the corner. Outerkirk over there. Outerkirk knocked down by player. Fired from the point. Tipped down by Calden. No goal. No goal. It was a high stick. It was too high in the air. That one is waved off. It was a beauty, but that was a high stick. So that'll give us a face-off all the way down at the other end. In case you're curious, that goal was waved off due to a high stick violation. No goal, high stick. Puck gets sent around, battle for it. It's back behind the net. Picked up by Kale Archambault. Archambault passes out to St. Ange. St. Ange has to spin around to receive that pass. He gets it, touches over and for Wagensveld, but not able to complete that pass as the outstretched stick of that Bethlehem Eagle grabbed that puck. Mondeux misses that puck, coming back with some force. Stellan loses it. Oh, they drop it off. St. Ange picks that puck up now. St. Ange skating down with that puck through the middle. St. Ange comes over, goes to the backhand, draws around, trying to do something. Puck gets taken away by Bethlehem, cleared out into the neutral zone. Outerkirk skating back into his own end of the ice, has Brendan Sweeney on him, has to turn and send it back up along the side. St. Ange had it. Blondin not able to push it in. St. Ange does. It gets carried in on the body of St. Ange and Seamus Healy, but the selects were offsides. That'll give us a face-off in the neutral zone. 2:43 remaining in the first period. Puck comes, and Brendan Sweeney backhands it into the zone. Sweeney going after it, as is Outerkirk. Outerkirk cuts him off, grabs that puck, sends it along the boards for Bazinet. Bazinet back to Outerkirk. Outerkirk can't get it. Sweeney does. Sweeney tries sending it out in front. Got blocked. Chamberlain takes it back behind the net. It gets sent back the other way. Sweeney going after it, as is Outerkirk. Outerkirk kicks it forward, gets it to his stick, up to Bazinet. Bazinet can't hold it as Seamus swatted at it. Puck gets sent away. This puck is just going everywhere it wants to, not where anybody else wants it to. Bazinet tried clearing it through. Kiyonaga picks it up in the neutral zone. Comes, drags, shot, blocker save, drops down in front of Pilon, and he covers that puck up with exactly 2 minutes to go. Shot on goal by Mitchell Cartwright. Doesn't make it through. Cartwright with it again, trying to shovel that puck to the corner. Gets helped along by Maloney. Maloney fires it all the way around. On the far side, Wagonsville had it for a moment. Grabbing it, I don't know who that is. Puck comes across in front of the goal on the near side to the corner. Kiyonaga trying to drag it out. Sent out to the center point. Backhanded back in deep by the Eagles. Off the backboard. Grabbed by Neville. Oh, comes across. Shot. Missed. Taking a knee. I think that was Rowan Chamberlain. Puck goes in, turned back by the Eagles, out in the neutral zone, collected by Brody Neville. Neville sends it up, and they are offside. So here's an interesting phenomenon I just figured out. If these teams tie the first period, and then the Selects come back and win out the other 2 periods and the game, both of these teams will be tied at 10 points apiece, and they will face each other in the championship game. Puck comes around on the near side. Waldrop gets that puck out towards the middle, gets backhanded right back in by Finley McLean. Now it comes out. Here is Neville. Neville skating up wide of the blue line, trying to cut over to the middle. Puck gets dislodged, goes over towards the end line. Less than 1 minute of play remaining in the first period. Noticeably less than 1 minute remaining. Puck comes across in front. Shot taken by Blondin. Save by Supernaut. Rebound goes wide. On the far side, reaching for that puck, Mondeau. Can't get it. Puck comes out through the neutral zone. Chasing it down is Burke. Burke sends it over to the boards. Mondeau comes back to collect it. He tries shoveling it along back behind the net. Nothing doing. Comes out. Eagle sent across. That bounces through the paint. So the Selects have pulled the goalie. They actually don't need this period. They can have it. I'm not sure if they've done that kind of math. Wagonsville getting that puck out, but they're playing for the win. Oh, and it's not a buzzer beater. Time expires. No goal. They have this period. So right now, Bethlehem sits at 10 points, and the Selects sit at 6. So let's see where we're at there. Wait, do I have that right? No, I do not. Bethlehem is at 9.5. So still, this is still anybody's game. So Bethlehem is at 9.5 points. South Stormont is at 5 points. Oh, my math was horrible. I thought they had 5.5. They have 4.5, so now they are at 5. If they win the next 4, they'll be at 9, and so effectively I think they have been eliminated. So it'll be Bethlehem and Watertown. Bethlehem is the number 1 seed. They currently have 9.5 points, and they defeated Watertown. But this is still, what an incredible game, and that's why we watch youth sports, right? For amazing sports, and this is nothing short of amazing. Selects in white going from right to left in this second period. Bethlehem in black, going from left to right. Chasing after that puck is Rowan Chamberlain. And we've got a delayed call against the Selects, and it is a hooking penalty. So that'll be a face-off off to the right side of Thomas Pilon. South Stormont penalty, number 15, 1 minute 30-second minor for hooking. Number 15, 1 minute 30 seconds, hook. Time of the minor penalty, 0:22. So it's a power play opportunity for Bethlehem as they have the player advantage. Kale Archambault grabs that puck, sends it, takes it over to the far side, gets dumped in by Alexandre Bazinet. Behind the net is Bethlehem circling around, coming up with that puck. Long pass all the way for Brendan Sweeney, and that's going to go down for the icing. It missed him by a country mile. What country? Like Spain. A Spain a mile. I don't know what that means, but that was my father-in-law's favorite country, Spain. He didn't speak a lick of Spanish, but he just loved the country. He visited a few times and said it was absolutely beautiful. Craig in there for the face-off, battling. Puck comes out to the middle. Bethlehem cuts it back into the neutral zone, gets fired back in by Archambault, and I guess Craig had gotten out in time. Pass comes across. Grabbed by Finbar Maloney. He sends it in, goes deep around back behind on the near side. Centering pass, attempted. There's a shot. Save Pilon. Puck comes out loose. Shot fired by Finn McNamara. Tried to sneak one in. Save Pilon. Rebound shot. Save Pilon. Save Pilon. Thomas coming up huge. Le Grand Pilon. Oui? Yeah. Too much accent? What do you think? I don't know. I still love it. Can't see who's taking that face off for anybody. Craig for the selects. Puck comes back to the point, fired forward by Cartwright. Tipped, and it comes loose over on the side. Sean Lalonde tried clearing it out, sent it back behind. There's a shot, and the net's off. The net's off. It was a save, and the net is off. 6 seconds remaining in the player advantage for the Bethlehem Eagles. Face-off will be to the left side of Pilon. Isaac Cauldron taking the face-off against Sean Lalonde. That's French for the Lond, actually. Shot fired by Eamon McLean. Save Thomas Pilon. Time runs out on the penalty, and Outerkirk skates over to his bench. 5-on-5 hockey now. Face off to the left side of Pilon, brought back by Calden, comes back to the point, sent forward into the corner by Ian Calden. So you got Ian and Isaac. I don't know if I noticed that until right now. Waldruff takes that puck, fires it in deep, goes behind the net. Gathered there by the Eagle, sent up on the near side to Rowan McLean. McLean can't handle it. Neville comes up. Monda challenging, and that puck comes out because of Isaac Calden. He gets it up to Stellan Calnero Jackson. Centering pass actually goes on goal. Saves Superdon. Stepping up was Eamon McLean. Couldn't get that shot off from the blue line. Ian Calden fires it. Save. Goes just wide. Monda going back to the boards behind the net to make a play of it. Bethlehem coming over, grabbing that puck in the corner. That's Stellan. Stellan picking it one way, then the other. Mondua following him around. Puck comes loose. Neville chases after it. Neville picks it up. Tried passing it up. Gets stolen at the blue line by Seamus Healy. Puck goes up now. Grabbed by Waldruff. Waldruff gets it out into the neutral zone. That gets sent in. Bethlehem just checked up on side. Stellan got his one skate over the blue line. Over the end line. The selects trying to clear it out. Held on the near side by Ian Calden. Fires it. Gets deflected out. Now this gets picked out by Neville into the neutral zone. Waldruff, into the neutral zone. Bethlehem sends it across to the other side at center line. Gets dumped in or attempted. Slowed down. Coming over to pick it up is Nicolas Mondeur. Mondeur, that gets tipped away, and it avoids Waldruff as a result. Now it gets turned out. Skating back to get it is... I think it was Ian Cauldron. Passes it up to Rowan Chamberlain. Comes back over to Ryan Kiyonaga. Takes the shot. Save Thomas Pilon. 8:24 to go in this period. Face off, puck comes back to the point, sent across by Lucas McKinney, and that gets sent out by Alexandre Bazinet. Bazinet on the far side coming up. He's getting pressure, not able to pull the trigger. Centering pass attempted, and grabbing that puck is Bethlehem. Passed across to Ryan Kiyonaga. Kiyonaga coming in, curls around at the top of the circle. He's looking, backhands it back to the point, fired in by Lucas McKinney, denied, comes right back out thanks to Noah Blondin. Puck held in the neutral zone, though. And we've got ourselves a slashing call. Let's see who it's on. It's another penalty on the selects. Blondin gets the hook for the slash. That'll bring the faceoff all the way back down next to Thomas Pilon. Selects are playing some outstanding hockey, as are the Eagles. This game is everything I was expecting it to be. Ref wants a do-over. Selects penalty number 11, 1 minute 30-second minor for slashing. Number 11, 1 minute 30 seconds slash. Time of the minor penalty, 4:10. Puck comes up on the outside of the net, sent over to the corner. Moving it forward, Mondeau. Not very hard, though. Held by Finley at the blue line. Picking that puck up, McNamara centering pass, and Soren Jensen missed it. Soren sends it back the other way. McNamara backhands it to Finley. Finley snaps it, goes off the stick of Brody Neville, and pretty much dies right there. Comes back to Finley. She snaps it up high off the hand of Finn McNamara, covered up by Thomas Pilon. It went off his hand, so I don't think you can score that way. And nobody else could have certainly touched it for the Eagles. 50 seconds remaining in the player advantage for Bethlehem. Face off by Isaac Calden and Mondeau. Select send that puck back behind their net. At the far circle, Bethlehem trying to set something up. Shot fired, save, Pilon. Puck comes up, Ian Calden draws it back to the blue line. At the point now. Sends it across to the other side. Sent in by Healy. Deep in at the bottom of the circle. He overskates it. Isaac Calden lost that puck, and it comes out into the neutral zone. 14 seconds remaining. Puck gets sent back in by Bethlehem, denied, and fired out by Sean Lalonde. That's too far, though. That's going to be an icing. And Ian Calden, the nice gentleman that he is, picks that puck up to give it to the official. 6 seconds remaining in the player advantage for Bethlehem. Alexandre Bazinet taking the faceoff against Rowan Chamberlain. Bethlehem getting their defense situated. Chamberlain sends that puck back to Mitchell Cartwright. Cartwright off the boards. Gives it to... I don't know who it was. Comes back to Cartwright. Shot fired low. Save. Pilon. It's a battle for it. They're stabbing at it. And Pilon is guarding that puck. Teams are even as the penalty has expired against Mr. Blondin. Another face-off again between Chamberlain and Bazinet. Shot fired. Glove save. Pilon. Is it Neville taking a face-off? So Chamberlain and Neville square off again. Face-off drawn over to the side. Sweeney pushes it to the corner, drops it back to Cartwright. Cartwright reaching up, trying to get a handle on it. St. Ange trying to prevent that handle. Neville with it. Low. Lack of communication there for the selects. They didn't know who was going to get it, and almost nobody did. Stepping up with that puck, Bazinet. Bazinet takes it over the blue line and dumps it in deep. Goes back around behind the net. Cartwright chasing after it. Stopped by St. Ange. Comes up along the boards. Cartwright not able to get it out as Neville sent it in. Now it comes back out. Burke holding it at the blue line. Shovels that puck up to Neville. Neville curling around in the slot, trying to get to a shooting motion. Sends it over. Tipped on the far side by Bazinet, and it goes just wide of the left post. Puck banked off the boards. Burke collects it in the neutral zone, draws back, sends it forward. Speared at by Bazinet, not able to get enough of it, though. Puck comes back out. Neville collects it in the neutral zone. Drops it off for St. Ange. St. Ange tries to get it around Kiyonaga. Kiyonaga takes that puck away. On the far side, Cartwright fires it. Saved, stick to side by Pilon. Collected by by Burke, sorry. Burke skating up with it, serpentining through the neutral zone, loses it. Knocked back out by Soren Jensen. Puck is loose, kicked forward by Neville. Neville trying to sneak it by McKinney, not able to do so. McKinney sends it back. Outerkirk chasing after it, right behind him, Soren Jensen. Outerkirk takes it in front of his goal, skates it across the neutral zone. Nice long pass up to Blondin. Blondin not quite ready for it, almost caught him off guard. Blondin coming up. Backhand, across, it's caught underneath the knee of Mason Supernaut, and he freezes that puck there. I'm pretty sure that's Supernaut. You know, I didn't pay attention to the pads to make sure I knew what I was talking about. That happens a lot. Face off, drawn back by Bethlehem, tried to push it out, off the boards, Mondeau there, sends it back. Wagensveld sends it across on the far side. Craig backhanding it over, saves Supernaut, comes up to Finn McNamara off the rebound. He sends that puck all the way across on the far side to Finbar Maloney. Finbar coming in with it and goes down. And here come the selects. Wagensveld coming down with it. He's got Craig in the middle. Wagensveld sliding Bethlehem Eagle. Comes out to the point, fired in by Lalonde, wide, backhanded by Craig, in the middle, Wagensveld, shot, loose, smacking at it, Noah Blondin, and reaching, that is Eamon Fitzpatrick. He's been in this probably halfway through this period. Eamon Fitzpatrick, amazing saves, extending those Gumby arms of his to get extra long. Go-Go Gadget arms to make that save. You know, throwing in all of those terrible cartoons and stop animation shows from my childhood. There's a face-off drawn back, sent forward by the selects. Bazinet on the far side, on the near side, at the hash marks, goes up into the air, glove down. Now returned back in by the selects. Bazinet trying to backhand it over. It gets touched by Isaac Calden. Calden goes around, tried getting it out, held in by Noah Waldroff, and that's a goal. Selects are the first ones on the board at 8:34. South Stormont goal scored by number 9, Alexandre Bazinet. Assisted by 18, Brody Neville. From 19, Noah Waldroff. 9 from 18 from 19. Time of the selects goal, 8:34. In the neutral zone, Waldroff skating forward over the blue line, centers it over to Neville. Neville can't get it as his stick was all wrapped up. That gets returned out into the neutral zone by the Eagles. Sent across by the selects, and following it in deep, Lucas McKinney. McKinney back behind his own net on the far side, snaps it up along the boards, grabbing it. Brendan Sweeney turns, trying to fire it out, not able to do so. This comes all the way across the zone through the neutral zone. Chasing it up after it is Ryan Kiyonaga. Puck dumped in deeper by Rowan Chamberlain. That goes back behind the net. Caden Burke trying to get to it. Bethlehem in control. Bethlehem pass out, goes right to Waldroff. Waldroff gives it back to Sweeney. Sweeney out to the middle. Puck is loose out there. Caden Burke scrambling after it. Comes back, and that gets covered up by Thomas Pilon. Selects send that puck back behind their net off the bank. Comes up and Finley McLean fires that. Goes far to the far corner. Digging it out of Kirk. Out of Kirk with that puck, skating up on the far side over the blue line. Out of Kirk has Craig in the middle at the blue line, fires that in. It goes deep all the way around. Wagonsville coming up to get it at the hash mark, pushes it back behind the net. Grabbed there by, I think that was Finbar, rips it all the way around, and it comes out into the neutral zone on the far side. Out of Kirk with it. Hard pass all the way across for Wagonsville, plays it off the boards, gets turned back out by the Eagles. Handled here by McNamara, loses it to Craig. McNamara trying to recover, gets helped from a little bit of his friends. Sean Lalonde grabs that puck, passes it over to his defensive mate. Craig, up, shot, glove save. Eamon Fitzpatrick. Face off to the left side of Fitzpatrick. Sent in over the end line. Gone back collected by Healy. Healy skates around on the near side. Clears it out of the zone. And that's going to be an icing with 1:03 to go in this second period. South Stormont leads by a score of 1-0 over the Bethlehem Eagles. Face off to the left side of Fitzpatrick. Brody Neville facing off against Isaac Calden, and there's the puck drop. 1 minute of play remaining in the second period. 1 minute remaining. This puck gets shoveled up to Eamon McLean. McLean shot fired wide. Glove save, Thomas Pilon. Although, can you call it a save? It was just going to go back behind the net. But Pilon wants to know exactly where that puck is. Where is it, you say? Why, it's in the hand of Pilon. Here's the face-off. Brought to the middle by the Selects. Passed over on the far side to Bazinet. Bazinet pushes it up over the blue line. Chases down after it into the corner, as does St. Onge. St. Onge sends it back behind the net again. Seamus Healy chases it down. Healy at the corner has to rip it around to the near side here. Halfway up along the boards, tried to get out, and Mondeau not able to keep it in. He sends it back in, and that's an offsides. Blondin facing off against Calden. Blondin draws that puck back to Bazinet. Burke, excuse me. Burke tried setting it up, and it hits Eamon McLean. McLean, loses that puck to Burke. Burke recovers. Nice job. Way to stay in there. Ian Calden tries clearing that puck out, not able to do so. Grabbing it, Noah Waldruff. Waldruff trying to make a move towards the goal, nothing doing. And that's going to end the period. And that concludes our second period of play. I told you this is going to be exciting. Looking forward to the third period. How about you? So I have the schedule for the remainder of the day. After this game at 10:40, it's Watertown against Rome. That is the 5th versus 6th place team in the white division. Then at noon, it's Louisville against Potsdam. That's the 4th versus 3rd place team for the white division. Then at 1:20, it'll be the South Stormont Selects against Southern Tier Freeze. That is the 3rd versus 4th place team of the red division. Then at 2:40, it'll be Valley against the Valley Eagles against the Livingston Blues. That is the championship game of the white division. Valley seeded number 1, Livingston seeded number 2. And then at 4 p.m., it'll be the Bethlehem Eagles against the Watertown Wolves for the championship game of the red division. Bethlehem seeded 1st, Watertown seeded 2nd. The better ranked seed will be the home team in each respective game. The other team will be the visitor team. So South Stormont will be home against Southern Tier at 1:20. Bethlehem will be home against Watertown at 4 p.m. And that's your schedule for the remainder of the day. Face-off pushed forward by Bethlehem. Goes to Burke. Burke sends it up. Stopped in the neutral zone by Brendan Sweeney. Comes over. Noah Waldrop tried clearing that out as he went into his own zone. Not able to do so. Comes to Caden Burke. Burke fires it down. That's going to be an icing. It'll bring the face-off down next to Thomas Pilon. So it's tough when you do these point-based systems because it is a complete game that we're judged upon. But the Selects could come away with the victory, but end up but they are in third place. Face off to the right side of Pilon. False start there. Puck comes back to Mitchell Cartwright. Shot fired. Nothing doing. Close, though. Real close. Keaton Wagensveld on the far side, skating up. Loses an edge as he meets Rowan Chamberlain. Puck cleared out of the zone on the near side. Goes to Brendan Sweeney. Sweeney takes it into the offensive end. Puck gets swatted out to the middle, though. Collecting it is Wagensveld. Wagensveld passes to Waldrop. Waldrop moves it forward. Gets turned back out by Mitchell Cartwright. He gets it to Rowan Chamberlain, who crosses over the center line, rips it in, and goes off for a change. Deep in the zone, Brendan Sweeney battling for that puck. Comes up to Waldrop. Waldrop has it. Passes out to the middle. Puck goes to Isaac St. Onge. St. Onge and Neville trying to push it forward, and they get in each other's way. Puck turned back by Lucas McKinney. In the neutral zone, Waldrop looking for somebody to pass to, finds St. Onge. St. Onge loses it. Back in the Selects end of the ice, Bethlehem trying to put something together on the far side. Don't know who that was. Shot on goal, save Pilon. Held in at the blue line by Losavio. He fires it in, goes back behind the net into the far corner. Sean Lalonde over there trying to sweep it up. Comes out to the middle. Craig tries backhanding it out. Held in by Losavio. Fires that puck. Blocked out in front. That one gets sticked aside by Thomas Pilon. St. Onge on the far side overskates that puck. Well, he got pressured off of it, right? Lalonde coming over to try to help. Lalonde swinging at that puck. Not able to get it away. Puck goes back over the end line, and I don't know what Outerkirk tripped over, but down he went. Grabs that puck, fires it all the way down, and that's going to be an icing. Face-off won by Bethlehem. Seamus Healy ripped that puck, and I don't know if it got some of Craig or he's got too much of that stickum on his stick, but that thing went sailing high and wide and to the right. It did get a piece of a select stick. Bethlehem wins again. Shot fired in by Cauldron gets denied. Comes back out to the neutral zone. He's able to get it up to Eamon McLean. McLean takes it in, passes out to the middle for Isaac Cauldron. Nothing doing. Back out at the point, fired by Eamon McLean. Miss goes wide. Seamus Healy sends it over to Eamon. Eamon pushes it up towards the corner. Goes back around behind the net. Eagles looking. Pass out in front. Just hits Mondeau. Mondeau tried clearing it out. Gets turned right back to him by Ian Calden. Archambault able to finally backhand that puck out into the neutral zone. Bethlehem collecting it. Isaac Calden skating over the blue line. Dumps that puck in. Goes deep. Skating over to it on the near side is Stellan. Stellan with that puck. Centering pass. Isaac Calden misses. Big collision out in front between Wagensveld and Ian Calden. Puck comes loose. Eamon McLean grabs it, turns and fires it up for Stellan. Stellan not able to get to it. Archambault lifts it over his stick into the neutral zone. Puck comes back to Seamus Healy. He fires it all the way across the zone. Eamon McLean sends that puck in across to the corner. Coming over to pick it up, Nicholas Mondeau. Gets it into the neutral zone. Mitchell Cartwright grabs it. He tries dumping that puck in, and it is stopped by the Selects. Bazinet receives that pass, and we're going to have ourselves a penalty. I think they're both for roughing. Incidental minors. Time's put up on the clock. Not supposed to be. They're going to be in there for 1:30 and a whistle. Incidental minor penalties. South Stormont, number 4, presumably for roughing. Bethlehem, I believe, for number 14, for roughing. Time of the incidental minor penalties, 1:30 at 3:45. Still 5-on-5 hockey. This puck gets sent out. It's fired in by Sweeney. Goes back behind the net in the far corner. Battle for that puck. Bethlehem coming around on a near side. That gets swept away by Caden Outerkirk. Picking that puck up is Neville. Brody skating down over to center ice, over the blue line, into the offensive end, goes wide. Stops at the hash mark, cuts back. There's nobody at his point. Now he comes in. Mondeau there at the point. We got some players sitting on the puck. They get up. Puck comes out. And Mondeau reaches back to get it, touches up that puck, and we're going to have a holding penalty. And this is going to be against Selects. South Stormont penalty, number 17, 1:30 minor for holding. Number 17, 1:30 hold. Time of the minor penalty, 4:51. So Selects are shorthanded now. They need to defend to hold on to their lead. Bethlehem on the far side. Finn McNamara with that puck. Selects trying to get it out, not able to do so. McNamara skating forward, passes it across for Finbar Maloney. Finbar not able to get his stick on that puck. Maloney sends that puck behind the net, chased down by McNamara. Comes out, shot fired, save Pilon. And we have our 50-50 raffle winner. Get your 50-50 raffle tickets out. The winning number, 266435. 266435. Go get your money. Eagles gets that puck out into the neutral zone. Oh, and Eamon McLean loses an edge, goes down. The puck gently makes its way to Caden Burke. Retreating back to pick that puck up in his own end of the ice. I believe that's Ian Caldron, or is that Seamus? You would think I'd recognize the way he skates by now. It is Calden, Ian. Puck comes across to the middle, taken by St. Ange, backhands it over to Craig. Craig over the blue line, moving forward in the slot, trying to outstretch those people. Shot fired, save by Fitzpatrick. Puck goes over to the corner. Pass comes out to Ian Calden. Calden over the blue line. Teams are even. Calden trying to make his way closer to the net, using the body to push on Outerkirk. Coming over is Craig. and James takes that puck away. It gets taken, though, at center ice by Seamus Healy, and he was on the wrong side of that center line, causing the icing. Neutral zone faceoff all the way on the other side. Brody Neville squaring off against Rowan Chamberlain. Chamberlain pushes that puck forward, retreating back to pick it up, Sean Lalonde. Lalonde passes that puck up to Wagensveld. Wagensveld goes down in the neutral zone. Puck comes back, saved by Pilon. He was going to cover it, then decided to swipe it aside, and he missed it with his stick, but it went off his leg pad. Battle for that puck on the near side. Bazinet pulls it off the boards. Bethlehem coming over to control, though. Mitchell Cartwright sends it. Gets deflected. Goes over to the far side. Ryan Kiyonaga over there. He loses it. Goes back to the point. McKinney fires it in deep. Back behind the net is Brendan Sweeney. Comes out on the near side. Sends it behind again. Neville chases it down. Neville passes that puck out. Gets sent all the way across to the near side at the blue line. Neville coming up. Gets a piece of that puck. Sends it in deeper. Rowan Chamberlain goes back to collect it. Long pass all the way across his zone. Hard pass. And that miss. Oh, a tip is called. I don't know how much I believe that. Grabbed, though, behind the net by the Selects. They send it up. It's stolen by Bethlehem. Stolen back by the Selects. Archambault tries sending it up. Passes it over to, I think that was Wagenveld. Now Ryan Kiyonaga with that puck. Sends it across. Hits Brendan Sweeney. Cascades into the Selects. And stealing that puck is Soren Jensen. Shot fired. Save Thomas Pilon. 3:57 remaining in this game. Face off to the right side of Pilon. Bethlehem sends it over to the boards. Comes back to the point. Fired in deep by Losavio. Behind the net. Centering pass. Gets blocked. Bounces off the side of the net. Wagensveld has it. Wagensveld passes out to St. Ange. St. Ange loses it as he crosses the blue line. Backhanded out into the neutral zone by Bethlehem. Puck is swept across by Brody Neville. Back to Outerkirk. Outerkirk sends it up. Touched by St. Ange into the offensive end. Stick check there by Finley McLean. She drives St. Ange into the boards in the corner. While laying down, St. Ange gets that puck out. Shot taken by Noah Waldrop. Goes wide into the corner. Comes up along the hash marks. Losing his edge and going down. Isaac Calden holding that puck at the blue line. Outerkirk. Outerkirk making his way through. Shot, save, Eamon Fitzpatrick, and he lunges out and covers up that puck completely in that prone position. Great save, Eamon Fitzpatrick. .311 remaining in this game. Turning around and shooting, James Craig misses. Grabbing that puck at the corner, Brody Neville. It's loose out in front, touched by Bethlehem. Now they're fighting with each other. Bethlehem coming out with this puck. Reaching back to grab that puck, though, is Craig. James curls around on the near side. James Craig over in the circle at the dot. Centering pass, sends it across. I think that was meant for Bazinet, but Bazinet was not moving towards the goal. He was waiting out there for a juicy rebound. There's a short shot. Save, Eamon Fitzpatrick. Don't forget to check out all of the professional photos being taken by Rebecca on turn4photos.com. That's turn, the number 4, photos.com. Centering pass, shot, save, Pilon goes off the blocker up into the netting. What a save by Thomas Pilon. .232 remaining in this game. Face off to the right side of Thomas Pilon. Puck gets drawn back by Bethlehem. Comes back to to Mitchell Cartwright. Fires that shot blocked out in front. Noah Blondin sends it back. Racing down with it is Lucas McKinney. He sends that into the neutral zone. Mondua tried to spear it forward. Comes back to the Selects end of the ice. With that puck now, Wagensveld trying to push it up. Cartwright trying to get it out. Comes over to Rowan Chamberlain. Chamberlain sends it over on the near side to Brendan Sweeney. Sweeney over the blue line. Sends that, gets deflected, and lands high on the glass. Drops down behind the net. Sent around on the far side. James Craig with it. Craig passes up to Blondin. Blondin goes wide over the center line. Blondin over the blue line. Draws back, winds up, shot. Save. Eamon Fitzpatrick just magically appears in his glove. Face off all the way down at the Bethlehem end of the ice because of that glove save. It'll be to the right side of Eamon Fitzpatrick. Bethlehem draws it back, goes back behind the net, collected there by Finley McLean. She sends it up on the near side. It's at the hash marks along the boards. Outerkirk draws out, fires that puck, sails through the air, cascades to the left. And Finn McNamara pops that puck out along the boards. Chasing back to get it is Neville. Coming up is Losavio. Takes it away before it reached Craig. Craig comes back, steals that puck back over the blue line. Tries to make his move to get by Finley. Can't do it. Backhands from on the other side of the red line. Hard to score from there. Battle for that puck, coming away with it, Brody Neville. Neville going around on the far side, looking for somebody to pass to, puts it into the middle, bounces off some skates. Craig, shot, goal! Patience of James Craig to enable that goal to happen. Fantastic. Assisted by Brody Neville. What a great job. South Stormont goal scored by number 12, James Craig. Assisted by number 18, Brody Neville. 12 from 18. Time of the Selects goal, 10:58. Less than 1 minute of play remaining in the third period. Final minute of play. That puck gets sent out by Stellan. On the far side, caught in the neutral zone. Blondin comes back and picks it up. Blondin trying to push it forward. Doesn't get very far. Here come the Eagles. Isaac Calden on the near side over the blue line. In the slot, shot fired. Kick save, Thomas Pilon. Puck is wrapped up along the side. And Stellan was hugging Alexandra Bazinet. You can get really close to somebody by playing against them in hockey. Amazing relationships get formed. Brody Neville coming out. I'm sorry, no, that's Wagensveld. Coming up with that puck. Goes down as he reached the blue line. Knocked over. Blondin trying to get that puck away. And that's the end of the game. The ref thought that I think Blondin was going to chop him. But I don't think that was going to happen. And that concludes another exciting game here at the 2022 Fall Frenzy. Congratulations to both teams. We'll stick around and wait for the coaches to hand out their player of the game selection. While the players are shaking their hands, I want to announce again the winner of this year's 50-50 raffle. If you are the lucky ticket holder of ticket number 266435, you've won the 50-50 raffle. That's 266435 to have won the 50-50 raffle. Congratulations. We got players of the game still, guys. Bethlehem coach selects for his player of the game none other than number 36, Lucas McKinney. And the South Stormont selects player of the game goes to number 9, Alexandra Bazinet. Congratulations to both players. Congratulations to both teams. Your next game, South Stormont will take on Southern Tier at 1:20. And Bethlehem will face off against Watertown at 4 p.m. You are both the home teams. Congratulations and thank you again to everyone for coming out here this weekend. We appreciate you. I am the Dan Dallin. We'll see you guys this afternoon. I am the Dan Dallin, a positive influence. Don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day. Thanks for joining me.